All right, good afternoon. I just returned from my trip to the East Coast, visiting some family. Had a few family events that I needed to attend, and also needed to just visit. It's been a long time since been back to West Virginia, so it was a good opportunity to actually go around and see a lot of people that I haven't seen, in some cases, over a decade. So I'm back. I was going to go over just basically what the trip was. Um, so real quickly, intent that I had when I going out there was, without spending much money at all, was to go to as many gyms as I could, just to get the name out. So the idea was that I already had two lined up when I first got there, and then from there I would kind of network and interact to see who I can get, where I could actually find opportunities and good places to work out. So for that, I'll go ahead and bring this up now. Um, During this, I'm going to be looking over this direction just so I can actually show the map. But the whole trip is basically, we covered 308 miles, and this is only going from Pittsburgh. So when I flew into Pittsburgh, I'm counting everything from that to each location. So arrived in Pittsburgh, went to the first place, which would be down in Morgantown, West Virginia, which was Power 10 Fitness. Power 10 Fitness is technically a CrossFit box. However, they had everything that I needed because I was coming in on a leg day. I only needed squat and I only needed lunges and things of that nature. So to me, it made sense. It was an opportunity to actually meet some CrossFit people in Morgantown because I was never part of that community. So next thing I did is that after that one, I moved to Pro Performance. Pro Performance is one that I've been to numerous times. It's a great facility, and I still know people over there. Actually, one of the guys that my used to train my mother is actually still there, and I actually got the opportunity to see him. From that point, we moved to Maryland. That's where actually the family funeral was happening. So we moved down to there, and while on the way down there, I found two fitness places. One of them was Deep Creek Fitness, which was actually included in the place we stayed. So again, I didn't pay anything on that one. And then the other one was after I went to Deep Creek. It was okay. It was what it was, but it wasn't really what I was looking for when it came to working out. So I didn't want to spend another day there. What I did find was about 15, 20 minutes down the road is I found what was called Wildwood Athletic Club. Now this is in Oakland, Maryland. To be honest, it was still an older place, but it was a great facility. I actually really enjoyed working out there. I had everything I needed. So instead of looking for another place in the area, because I probably would have had to go at least about a half hour, I decided to do that 2 days. So on that note, I focused on that one. Finally, when I went back, because I went back to Pittsburgh to spend a night with my parents who live up there to visit, the one that they normally go to is LA Fitness. There were about two or three in the area. The one that I chose was the one that was highest rated and also seemed to be the bigger location. Not sure if it was or not. I'd have to visit more of them. But that was the basic gist of the trip. Covering about 308 miles. If you were to drive it straight, it would be about 5 hours and 33 minutes. I got a total of 6 workouts in on a 7-day trip, spending only $10. The $10 was the first time I went to Wildwood Athletic, which was a day pass, and then after I posted with them and all the information, and I got them the information that they needed, excuse me, that they needed, I then went ahead and told them, hey, do you mind if I come back? And they didn't charge me the second day. So it was really, really a cool experience to go one place after another after another. My body actually responded very well to this. I was originally just going to do straight strength training, but because of some of the facilities, I decided to kind of change it up a little bit from what I was originally going to do. So I would start with a strength exercise, usually my big power movement, which was either my bench press or my deadlift or whatever those were for a 4 to 6 rep. I did that twice, and then I would move to a hypertrophy. And basically, I was just trying to get a good workout in, just trying to get some kind of a, hey, I'm traveling, I'm probably not eating as well as I should. I am counting my calories, but not every calorie. So that was the biggest thing, is that I wanted to make sure I was doing everything in my power to get as much information as I could about those locations. So what I'm going to show you real quickly is on the road while I'm moving, I didn't have my high tech stuff. I didn't have a camera, my personal camera. I did bring my GoPro, but I didn't end up using it. I just didn't have the time to do it. There was just too much family stuff to get taken care of. Um, but on that note, um, sorry, I'm bringing this up so you guys can see it. Um, I was still able, with what I had, to pull in some decent shots and get some decent pictures. I'm going to just go through some of them real quickly, just so you guys can see them. Um, you've obviously, if you've been following, you've probably seen a lot of these. But this was the LA Fitness one I did. I'll be honest with you, this was just one that I threw together real quickly. LA Fitness was the one place that I actually didn't record as much as I wanted to, because it was busy. It was extremely busy. When I'm at a busy place, especially one that I don't know, I don't record as much. So that was the original one. Next, this is Wildwood Athletic Club. This was just a quick. I had the camera up. It was taking video. I was pulling some stuff off it. Came out okay. It's just it was a. I hadn't done seated military press in a long time, so I was ecstatic to actually get a chance to do this. Um, did another one with Wildwood Athletic. This is when I was doing my deadlift. Um, Funny story, I have never done actually deadlift with just metal plates. It's been a really long time if I have. So that was a nice experience of hearing the clang every single time it came down. So didn't affect my traveling, didn't affect my deadlift that much. I was actually surprised. I stayed right around 415 on a 5 rep, which is about what I've been doing here in my garage gym. So it actually translated very well. Deep Creek Fitness, again, another one. I was just kind of getting used to it. It had what I needed to kind of get the job done, but it is what it is. It's a small gym that's in a mall shopping center. That's, you can tell it was converted into an area that people could work out. I mean, that's all it was, and it did the job. I mean, and all the people that were there were super nice and great. The place was clean. It just didn't have as much stuff as I was used to. And I'm used to seeing more like heavy equipment. Dumbbells only go up to about 90 pounds, I believe. So a lot of the chest exercises that I want to do, that's why I kind of transitioned to a hypertrophy, because I just didn't have the weight that I wanted to do some of the dumbbell stuff. This was just something that I was out by the lake, the place down where we were staying, and just a great shot. It came out way better than I was anticipating, and it was just something I had been thinking about opportunities. I was given, so the opportunity is everywhere. This trip, I didn't have to do any of this. Like there was a lot going on in my life, but at the end of the day, it was a good opportunity for me to reach out to other people and just try to get contacts with them, try to build the name a little bit more of B23. So that's kind of what I did. I flew by the seat of my pants on a lot of this, but I had a semi-plan of what I wanted to accomplish. Problem was, I accomplished that in about 2 days. So the plan just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger until what you saw at the end was me reaching to a national company, LA Fitness, and trying to just advertise. So it was a nice. It was what was on my mind a lot, was that there's always an opportunity to do something. All right, you got to develop your own vision, see that vision, and then it's again what I always talk about is just discipline. Is that discipline? Take advantage of that opportunity that you have. I did not. I've done it before where I've taken trips and I just haven't worked out. I just went ahead and just. I would usually maybe run, but I didn't look as much as I should have. The opportunities just kept popping up one after another, because after you found one, it created more. And it just created this effect of momentum that I just had to keep doing it. And I just got more and more excited, and it built on my energy that I had while I was out there. So that's something that was on my mind while I was out there. So I thought that, hey, this is your self-reflection time. It was my self-reflection time to just be out by the water and just think, let my mind clear, and that's what was coming across my mind. Again, Pro Performance, I love this gym. This gym has so many nice things to talk about with it. It is it's also a sports facility, so it's got an area like a soccer turf field indoors. There's a lot of places outside. It's a baseball parks that are out there, but just a really great facility to work out in, and they're very quick. I mean, they'll let you come in, and I didn't pay anything just because they were just being nice to me, I guess. But it's dirt cheap to just get a day pass or even a week pass. So great opportunity if you're in that area. Almost worth the extra drive just so you could have that kind of facility. And that's going back to my other stuff. So again, I said I went a little longer. I'm probably going to edit this down so it won't be. That's weird. So it won't be as much. So again, back in California, going to start doing a lot of stuff here. I'm going to take a lot of stuff that I had and kind of just redo it. We've started getting some of the West Virginia line in, so I'll be posting some of this stuff. This is just kind of like some things. Now with me, you'll see this on a lot of stuff that I do. It's got my son's initials, and it's got my wife's initials. So to me, I personalize that stuff a lot. What I'm seeing is that I'm going to be able to start doing some personalization. So I can put names, I can put numbers. If you choose to have something different on it, it's something I'm learning right now. So give me time, and hopefully soon customization will be started with the B23 line. Beyond that, workouts I'm going to stay on strength for probably another 2 weeks. I'm trying to get those workouts posted. I'm falling behind every now and then because there's just things going on. Life happens sometimes. So as soon as I get the free time to work on the hobby piece of this, I'll start posting those again. But beyond that, if you have anything that you would like personally to see on here, please by all means put the comment on. Subscribe to me on YouTube because this is where these videos are normally going to go. But if you're on any of the media, just send a request, send something that you would like to see covered, and hopefully I'll have the time to go ahead and discuss it. Again, if I can't get to it, I'm sorry, but this is not my primary job. This is just something that I use to kind of as a passion to express. Beyond that, hope everybody had a great week. I enjoyed posting during it, and by all means, keep working hard and keep pushing.